go, and roll playback.
Okay, you want to even it with the other one?
Come on, people!
Sting is a Renaissance man living at the turn of the new century. A musical time traveler, writing songs that are both eccentric and avant-garde. He's made a career of doing exactly the opposite of what everyone expects him to do.
While I like selling records, I also like to push the envelope a little bit. I'll give you that, but listen to this.
Example, sharing the stage with a wailing Algerian vocalist. High-risk behavior for a commercial artist. But this kind of chance-taking has made Sting a superstar.
Is that a Moroccan flute of some kind?
I got very interested in what's called rhyme music, which is based in North Africa, Algeria, Morocco. What interests me is that it's not pure ethnic music. It's a hybrid of North African, flamenco, French pop, Western pop music, reggae. It's a real, mishmash. And I really feel at home in that kind of milieu, because that's what I do. I like to mix things up and see what happens.
Every single day, and every word you say.
Of course, Sting has been surprising people most of his life. He was born Gordon Sumner, the oldest child of a milkman. He grew up in the industrial harbor town of Newcastle, England.
Did you feel that there was something out there, some destiny or fate that you
I must have felt some kind of vague idea that destiny was waiting for me.
Gordon picked up a bass guitar and a nickname.
I used to play in a traditional jazz group when I was about 16 with much older guys. And I used to wear these yellow and black sweaters, and they thought I looked like a wasp, and they joke. They called me Sting. They thought it was hilarious, and they kept calling me Sting. That became my name.
After college, he held a series of jobs and continued to play music.
I dug ditches. I dug ditches in the coldest weather. I was a bus conductor. I worked in an office. I was a teacher.
In fact, the school principal was stunned when Sting left.
I went and said, look, I want to hand my notice in at the end of the summer. And she said, but what about your pension? I said, I'm sorry, that's it. I'm going.
Roxanne, you don't have to wear that dress tonight.
Punk was the rage in 1977 when Sting left Newcastle for London and joined a new band called The Police.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
The first hit Sting wrote, called Roxanne, was a love song to a hooker. The Police soon became the new kings of rock and roll. With hit after hit.
Every smile you fake, every claim you stick, I'll be watching you.
But at the height of it all, Sting was restless.
We were together 7 years, and then I got the 7-year itch and decided to follow my instincts to splash out on my own, but against all logic. Everyone would say, you're crazy, you're the biggest band in the world, you're making all this money.
People would kill to get to the point where you were.
Everybody loves you, now you want to leave? Yes, I want to leave. I want to begin again and sort of carve out another niche for myself.
In my head, on a surgeon's table.
His first solo effort took him back to his jazz roots, and his fans followed.
Run every kind of test, from A to Z, and you still know nothing about me.
I liked the spontaneity that jazz musicians have. I liked the colors they would give me, the sense of danger that they would give me.
In the early 80s, Sting's risk-taking spilled over into his personal life. An affair with a neighbor, Trudie Styler, brought an end to Sting's marriage. He filled the void with a manic work schedule
I think I've made maybe 15 films, some good, some terrible, some in the middle.
What is it? Well, how are you?
He starred briefly on Broadway.
I had the best time on Broadway. I played Mac the Knife, and the critics didn't like it, but I had a ball.
I bet you there'll be chopstick in the cookhouse.
For me, music is a perpetual search, a perpetual journey that really never ends.
The very thought of you makes my heart sing like an April breeze.
I regard the tradition I sing in as being a very long one. It didn't just begin with Elvis Presley, it began much before that.
My one and only love.
And there are the many other loves of Sting's life, among them his 9-year-old daughter.
Charlie, this is Coco.
Hi, Coco.
And Coco's in school here.
How important is it, do you think, to have, in addition to a professional life, a life?
It certainly keeps me balanced, keeps my feet on the ground. I have a partner in my wife who is very, very honest with me. So I'm lucky in that regard.
And what about when we're walking down the street and there's a gorgeous looking girl and I say, what are you looking at? And you say, the day I stop looking at beautiful women, I'll stop looking at you. What about that one?
I think it's pretty good.
Sting has 2 children from his first marriage, and he and Trudie have had 4 more, including Coco, whom you've met. They try to keep their family out of the limelight as they shuttle between houses, a duplex on Central Park in New York City, a villa in Tuscany, and an estate outside London where they grow their own organic food, the subject of Trudie's new cookbook. For Sting, however, there's organic food, and then there's chocolate.
Yeah, what Sting will do, you see, he is this sort of ice cream-aholic.
Chocolate, I love chocolate and ice cream.
Chocolate and ice cream. And so he'll ask for it 3 times a day. And then when it's gone, he'll say, that's it, don't buy any more ice cream. So then he'll go one day woefully to the fridge and say, there isn't any ice cream there. Okay, we'll just get it one last time.
Yeah, well, that's me practicing Bach.
How often do you spend sitting here, either playing the guitar or piano?
Well, I do this every day. This is my little discipline. But this calms me down. This feeds my soul and amuses the hell out of the people in the house, so this is what I do. It's my obsession.
Another daily discipline, he's been practicing yoga for 10 years.
It's mainly about breathing. This is what I've learned. By breathing properly, your body is allowed to become flexible. And then it becomes about meditation, just by accident. You sort of sit for many hours and clean yourself out a little bit. September was Italy, Holland, Paris, London, Spain.
These days, Sting's calendar is jammed as he tours with his latest record, Brand New Day. That's his pal Stevie Wonder joining him on stage in Los Angeles last week. The release? Another classic Sting mix of unexpected styles. Country.
Yeah, I was lucky getting a job at this gas station.
Pop.
Nothing but fun, just smoking it.
Jazz. And that catchy Algerian tune is selling well.
One thing I learned at my most successful period is before that I'd equated success and happiness as if they were the same thing. Well, they're not. And that's an important lesson to learn. You can be happy without being successful.
Here's your continued success.
Spoken like a pro.
1 month after his 48th birthday, pushing the edge of the envelope seems somewhat less important than pushing himself to be better.
My only ambition is to get better at what I do. Better songwriter, better singer, maybe a better person, you know.
All your lovers in the world, we started